Ah, yes, here we are again, America. Taylor Swift, pop star turned political philosopher, has decided to bless us with her wisdom. And what's on her mind this time? Oh, just a little thing like the future of the country. She's got her private jets, her billion-dollar bank accounts, and her cats. Naturally, she feels your pain. She gets it, folks. You're probably sitting there wondering whether you can fill up your tank and buy groceries this week, while Taylor's trying to decide which mansion has the best lighting for her next Instagram post. That's who you want to take political advice from, right? A billionaire who has more money than most of us will ever see in 100 lifetimes, but still manages to paint herself as some kind of tortured poet. And then there's her big endorsement of Kamala Harris. Yeah, because nothing says, "I'm in touch with the people," like holding your cat while making a political statement. It's almost like she's saying, "Look at me, I'm just like you, except instead of worrying about gas prices, I'm worried about whether my cat matches my billion-dollar aesthetic." Who knew endorsing a presidential candidate could look so Instagram-ready? Maybe next time she'll hold up a golden retriever to really drive home the "I'm one of you" vibe. But hey, the cat probably has more of a stake in this election than most of us do. Maybe the cat can handle inflation better. Let's get real. This isn't about helping people. It's about optics. Taylor Swift doesn't have to decide between paying the mortgage or putting food on the table. She's got it all figured out while the rest of us, not so much. As David Gilio put it so perfectly, Taylor Swift is a billionaire. She's not at the grocery store having to decide whether to feed her family or pay her mortgage. While she's flying her private jets, you're struggling to gas up your car and get to work. It's no surprise she's okay with 4 more years of this. Exactly. 4 more years of this. Because when you're that disconnected, why would you care? And speaking of people who do understand what freedom actually means, let me quote someone who gets it. Pitbull, of all people, Mr. Worldwide himself, said this: "My family fled communism. They had everything taken away from them. So as a first-generation Cuban American, I look at freedom and I appreciate that." See, there's no mistaking it when you come from a place where freedom wasn't a given. And believe me, I know a little something about that. I used to be a Russian communist. Yeah, back in the day I believed in the whole thing. I was all in. But after seeing what real suffering looks like, what real oppression does to people, you wake up. Pitbull's family lived it. They fled communism because they had no choice. They lost everything. But Taylor, she's over here telling us how to vote while holding her cat, pretending she understands the stakes. No, Taylor, you don't get it. You can't get it. When everything's been handed to you, you have no idea what it's like to actually lose it. Freedom isn't some abstract concept you can endorse in between red carpet appearances. It's something that people have fought, bled, and died for. And if you think endorsing 4 more years of this mess is going to solve anything, well, I've got a bridge to sell you. Because when you're living in a world of private jets, billion-dollar bank accounts, and fluffy cats, the idea of freedom just looks a little different.